Hello and welcome to our screencast. Today we'll actually be talking about Google tools and technologies, and this video will be presented has been presented at the Bingham University staff training exercise.
Yeah, actually this is a recap just for us to meet up with the promise we made. The training was a little bit like a crash program, and we actually promised that we're going to create a follow-up video that can assist staff, that you can watch over and over
and learn at
yes,
their own pace.
Yes, okay.
Alright, so obviously it makes sense to start with who is Google. So Mr. Ade, who is Google as a company?
Yeah, well, as it is, Google is an American multinational corporation specializing in internet-related services and products. Looking at their mission, it says to organize the world's information and to make universally accessible and useful. So to us, I think Google is quite a lot of things. Or what do you think about that?
Yeah, Google is awesome. I mean, for looking at the mission, actually, it says a lot, because I can't do a day without actually going to Google. I mean, I know it sounds weird, but it's actually really true. I mean, it has become part of, I'll say, my life right now.
Yeah.
When it comes to looking for information or trying to keep abreast with current trends.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so yeah, obviously Google is a lot of things, like you've heard Mr. Ade say, but it's being run by some very powerful people out there. So some of them you can see on your screen here. The first, Larry Page, who is the CEO and co-founder, and Sergey Brin, among others.
Yes.
So obviously, for those of you that know the story behind Google, you know that the two guys, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, started the Google initiative, but then later, as the company expanded and grew, they added people like Eric Schmidt, people like David C. Drummond, Patrick Pichai and Sundar Pichai. These are the top management executives at Google.
Yeah.
But if you want to really look at all the other executives out there at Google, then we have a link for you up there that you can actually visit.
Yeah.
So but I think you had the opportunity of sitting with David Drummond. I mean,
yes.
So
it was nice. I think the first time David Drummond actually came to Nigeria, where Charles Cup Hilton was fun. As you can see from the pictures, we had nice time. It was at NCC. It was actually something wonderful. He came with his private jet.
Wow,
it's an awesome privilege, and it's something nice.
So they brought the Google experience with them.
Yes, exactly.
All right, that's awesome. All right, so yeah, Google and Bingham University. Obviously, you can't continue without seeing the benefits that Bingham University has been getting from the collaboration we have with Google. The first one is one of many grants, thanks to a program that Google runs called the Google App Support Program, who try to help institutions to kind of use Google tools and technologies to run their day-to-day activities, and the support comes in different ways. It could be bandwidth, which we are enjoying. It could be
infrastructure
and so on. So yeah, I mean, it was interesting for us to get GASP. I know it took a lot of time, efforts, and I know, yeah, so obviously Google is a company that rewards you for really working so hard to ensure the success of the internet. So yeah, among other things too, Google has given us the Google Apps for Education platform. So Mr. Ade, maybe
okay, well, talking about, let's say, Google Apps for Education, actually I think we've been using more of Google Apps since from Maiduguri anyway, but it's just because the adoption was slow and the usage, and somehow maybe staff during the training, we must have seen from the expression that even some of them were really wondering how Google could be so nice and leave all these things for free. If some of them were just wondering why didn't they know these things were existed.
So I'm sure they are going to see why some of the tools are powerful, and we didn't pay any.
No. It's free. Provided you're an educational institution, so it's actually something that's okay.
Right. So of course, in addition to the collaboration with Google, we also have run many of the Google communities here on campus. The first one is maybe the Google Developer Groups, or the GDG, the Google Business Group, GBG, the Student Ambassadorial Program, the GSA Program, and so on. So it's, we are really a Google community here at Bingham University, and we hope to keep, pushing for more, innovation, as Google calls it. So I think that will come in handy. Yeah. So, but just to keep everybody a check, these are some of the products that Google actually offers. This is some of so many, and we just want to show you how some of these tools work and how they can actually improve your workflow. And here at Bingham University, we are adopting a culture where we use a lot of Google tools, to kind of solve problems that are actually existing. So what do you think our prospects are using Google tools?
Well, I think first and foremost, we're actually looking at how we can make the system and the process more effective and efficient. And since here it's a little bit academic, not even a little bit, it is an academic environment.
Yeah.
We're looking at if we are actually the founders of knowledge, we should be ahead of things. We should see how we can support our staff to have more access to solve problems faster, because we believe if we must be game changers, we must be those that actually use the best of tools to solve the greatest of problems. So we are looking at it from that angle. Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. So you guys just stay tuned. I mean, we're going to really show you some of these tools, and thankfully you're going to see how it's done live. Yeah. So, but before we actually go in depth, it would be nice for you to really know who we are, right? And why we think we are qualified to really talk to you about Google tools and technology. So, my name is Mfawa Alfred Onen. I'm the system administrator / the GDG lead for Bingham University. Here are some of my contacts. You can catch me up at Twitter, Google Plus, or you can send me an email. If you feel the video at some point you still have some problems, you can actually send me an email, and that's
Okay, I'm Aderogba Otunla, currently webmaster, senior programmer. I'm also the Google Business Group manager for the Federal Capital Territory Abuja. I'm not very active on Twitter, but actually my email is top priority, very much active. And as Mr. Murphy has said, if you think we have problems with some areas of delivery, or you want suggestions, we can actually just take those into cognizance and actually reproduce this video. So we welcome you once again for listening to this screencast.
But Mr. Not so fast. Let me just ask a question quickly. I know they will be dying to know.
Okay.
I mean, it says GBG Abuja.
Yeah.
So how much of a hassle is it to really coordinate, GBG activities around the whole city?
Well, it has been really awesome and challenging. The truth about it is, technology is actually very, very hard to sell. Besides the fact that people embrace the internet part, they do WhatsApp, people always go from the beneficial angle. But when you are actually trying to sell something free, people always think, what is the benefit for me? So, but Google, maybe just because the founders know how hard it is for you to really want something good, and if you can afford it. So Google is so generous, thinking, okay, well, we could do something awesome, get it out there, let's see how we can build up communities, and they are enlightened on how they can use these products and tools to actually make their life better. So it has been really challenging, but we had great successes, we had our failures, and I think it has really been moving fine. Yes.
All right, great. So we're going to switch things a bit. We're going to apply a different approach to teaching. That's something we're experimenting on. Here we're trying to see how we can, kind of make learning fun.
Yeah.
And with that, we're trying to experiment with this particular presentation.
Yeah.
We're creating a character here. She's going to be our heroine. Her name is Hawa Obasanjo, aka Cho, and she just got employment at Bingham University, and she teaches under the Department of GST. So hopefully this will make sense to a lot of you. From now on, when we use the word Cho, we're actually referring to Chinwe Hawa Obasanjo. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this, and hopefully you follow the story as is. Don't worry, we promise you Google tools and technologies as well.
Okay, we're going to be starting with Gmail. Now, Google originally, one of their major products is actually mail. Mail is just you sending email and getting back. So they have a product called Gmail, and this Gmail has the benefit they have given for academic institution, which is actually, it's more proprietary, meaning you can enjoy all the benefits of what you have in the current Gmail, for free. So here we look at the ICT unit creates an official email for Cho. That's our fictitious character. So basically right now, I think the next thing is we're going to show how Cho activates the email, and and Mr. Murphy, I think you can take it up from there. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like Mr. Ade said, Cho being a new staff of Bingham University and following the IT regulations here at Bingham University, she has been an email was created for Cho, which is cho@binghamuni.edu.ng, and obviously a password which would not be displayed on the presentation. And the first thing Cho does to activate the email is to visit gmail.com. Because the official email that Bingham University has is powered by Google, the Google Gmail engine. So we use Gmail as one of the alternatives to log in. All right. So I'm going to switch the screen now to a browser, which is actually running right here. So here we have gmail.com. So maybe we show you how we do that.
Yeah,
just go to the browser. Open your browser and type gmail.com. Okay, so now obviously this is the login interface for Gmail. So Cho activates her email, and she does that by typing her full email address from the ICT unit. And the password that was given to her, initial password. Right? So Cho, you can see the email was successful, and it logs her into her inbox. And for some of you that have used Gmail before, you'll notice that it's similar.
Nothing.
In fact, it's
almost
just the
everything is the same. Except for this little bit
official email.
top part, you could see that now you have the university official domain. And this is actually really good for academic people. This is to let you know that your identity is unique. When you have the TLD here that says .edu.ng, they know you are coming from an educational institution in Nigeria, so they don't doubt your they don't doubt your credibility, how your integrity of your content and so on. But when you things like maybe other emails, so that we don't call names, it might really be something they don't really know who you are and all that. So
obviously two things to take away from what Mr. Ade said. One is the credibility of the email, and then two, using a very, very solid, true tested platform that Google has powered for years, and seeing it work and getting this for free as a university and institution. I think it's a win-win for us here. All right, so Cho is in her inbox, and she has successfully activated the email. And as time goes on, she gets the first email from the academic office, hopefully.
So for the purpose of the training here, so she's going to get an email from the university webmaster. So I think I'm just going to say
welcome.
Okay, should I say something like this? Say welcome, Cho. This is just a sample mail. So I say, so hello, Cho. So I'm going to say welcome to Bingham University. Sorry that you can't really see this, but you're just going to see.
So Cho is expecting an email from the academic office and from the webmaster, who in turn welcomes Cho.
You just showed up.
So you can see the mail coming from Aderogba Otunla, who is the webmaster, and you can see the subject here is welcome Cho. Cho is already using her email right now, so she can just click on the mail that was sent, and you can see the mail sent by the webmaster. Of course, you can see the content of the mail. And so on. So that's how simple Gmail is. They've made it so simple to use, based on their different experiments over the years on how to really present how a typical email should look like. So from if you are coming from other email providers, you'll notice that Gmail has a very unique and very simplistic style to that.
And if you don't really know what email means, maybe you're not supposed to be watching this video, because right now it's 2015. We expect that you should know what email does, and Google is giving that for free. Let's move on.
All right, so Cho has successfully activated her email, and she has received her first email from the webmaster, or it could be a memo from the academic office to all staff and so on. So you can see how simple it is to get started with Gmail. The next product we're going to look at is something we think the story should drive you to.
Cho's nightmare.
Being a story-driven context or approach, we're going to actually look at another product. But before we do that, we're going to actually make you see it from a more logical perspective. All right. So Cho's responsibility is now growing. She works on official memos, student results, lecture notes, etc. Then one day, Cho had a nightmare about losing her files. That could be anything.
Yeah, those nightmares are really real. Sometimes not everything that happens in real life that happens when you dream. But the truth is, some of these things come to reality. Like we're looking at our laptop could probably be stolen or she's peeling. But things could happen. People drop laptops, they misplace them. Just things that can happen to these hardware devices. Wow, so these are actually one of the concerns I think Cho is trying
to point out here.
Yes.
That would be a very terrible nightmare.
Yes.
I can't imagine losing my laptop. Or I could lose the laptop, but not the files.
Yes.
Not the files.
Yeah. And if you're doing that, they believe if you're not doing real backup, you should be doing front down. You should be really crying because right now these tools are available. They are free. And above all, it just takes little learning, and you're on it. Yeah. So.
All right, so you can see some of Cho's nightmare. She dreamt about losing her laptop, by somebody stealing the laptop, or being a coffee addict, a workaholic. She accidentally spills her coffee on the laptop now, rendering the laptop useless.
Yeah.
Well, Cho decided that maybe it's not the bad thing in the world. I could lose my laptop, could fall down, or I could spill coffee on it. There's always a computer repair guy.
Yeah, sometimes you really think these guys are magicians, and sometimes things you can actually avoid. Why when it happens you try and pray for it. It's just common reasoning.
Yeah. Or she could just go for the Almighty, right? Just kneel down and pray. People,
maybe we should clarify things here. This is not to say that prayers don't work. But when you pray, you should pray for things that are beyond your ability, things you believe God will make happen supernaturally, not things you should do with reason. If you're thirsty, go take water. Why should you pray to God
to get water?
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
All right, so we all know how terrible that kind of nightmare would be. Yeah. So Cho wakes up and it's a horrible nightmare. Now she decides to look for solutions. But before going to the next slide, what do you think Cho's solution could be?
Well, from a layman's perspective, maybe you get a couple of flash drives, hard disk, and if you're still in those age where you use the floppy disk, maybe you could get like a series of them. It saves at I think 1.44 megabyte. You could just be punching. I don't even think they have the A drive anymore.
They don't.
So if you still think that's the way of you keeping up to the reality of today's modern technology, good luck.
Yeah. All right. So just like most of the problems we face every day, Google thinks about them as well, and Google has a solution for Cho's problem. That's the Google Drive.
Yeah.
So Google Drive is a Google technology that tries to kind of mimic the concept of having a hard drive, but now somewhere on the internet.
Yeah.
So the buzzword there is cloud.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
So based on your experience using Drive, could there have been any other thing that would have been a replacement to Google Drive? I can't think of anything.
We're looking at the position of Google. Maybe we should talk from the elementary point of view right now.
Yeah.
I think physically there are limits to which you could do things. Like you could back up things on your hard drive, and the hard drive could also be stolen. So Google is just saying, hey, well, you know what? I think space should not be, capacity shouldn't be the problem. If it's storing it, if it's keeping it, we're credible people. We don't even have to use your files. You can trust us. And above all, you don't have to pay a dime. People could charge you for this thing. So I actually really think Google is actually one of those corporations that actually really doing yes, for people. Yeah,
that's awesome. So in Cho's case, having a reflective moment, who wouldn't, right? On what she could have done right, led to using Google Drive to store and back up her files for safekeeping and accessibility, because she could access it anywhere right now in the world. So let's quickly demonstrate how Google Drive actually could save Cho a lot of work. And if you're wondering how to get to Google Drive, you can actually visit the URL directly by typing drive.google.com. So you could actually do that and
and alternatively,
so we're going to show you the alternate method now.
Okay.
So I'm going to switch to my browser.
Okay.
All right. So right now you can see how clean the email or the inbox is, and one of the alternatives of getting to the Drive, Google Drive, is to click on the icon here. This is an icon that shows apps. and if you click on the icon right now, just clicking on the icon right now, you notice it gives you a drop down of some of the Google products. I mean, you can get access to more by clicking more right now. So what we're going to do is to show Google Drive. So clicking on the apps icon here, on the drop down, there's an option that says Drive. So I'm going to click on Drive right now. Alright, so for CHO right now, this is her drive. This is how the drive looks like, and at the moment we could go ahead and just so we're going to pretend that CHO's drive is empty, just to show you how CHO is going to use the drive to back up our files. And this is, you can see at some point here it says 0 MB used. You can see a summary of some of the files or things you can store and how much space you consume on your drive. Right now there's no limit, so you can see here is 0 GB, and as much as you keep adding right now, you get as much as 25 GB for free, and for storing your files, for backup and so on. So CHO is going to create her first backup. So to create a backup, you just click on the upload button here. So you click on the upload button, and CHO has the option to upload either individual files or folders, and it depends on how much files CHO has right now. We're just going to, just for demo's sake or for the demonstration, we're going to back up some series of files.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So CHO is trying to back up some files.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think what we can do is we can just pick some, some random files here. So let me see. CHO could back up, Google Facts.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say this is a very, very, very
highly sensitive
data,
yeah.
And she's trying to upload the file. So what's happening behind the scenes right now is Google is uploading this file, and as they're uploading, they're also trying to convert the file.
Yeah.
So you can see momentarily here that the file has been uploaded, and this is right now. Right now it's on CHO's drive.
Oh.
So if CHO loses her laptop, or for some reason the laptop stops working, all CHO needs to do is to go to a different computer or different PC, log into her email account, go to her drive, and then she has access to her files, which she can download or kind of update and so on. So I don't think anything beats that for me right now. I mean, as crazy as different technologies out there are trying to do the same thing, but there's how Google thinks,
Yeah. Google is actually thinking of, I think, the future, and their point is, I don't really know, since we're not like Google employee, but from what they do, we can really tell that they really are improving the human race. They really believe they want to give you ease in solving things, and this is just the best way we can
showcase such tools. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, how easy could Drive be right now? I mean, we just showed Drive in about a minute, how to use Drive, and you're not really limited to documents. You can upload your backed up files. Let's say you had a backup of some documents that you've created a zip for, or some form of some file format. That it could be a video project you've been working on, it could be any project, or it could be your MATLAB equations, it could be your statistical analysis files, anything that you think it's a file that is actually being used out there could be uploaded to Google Drive for backup and restoration purposes.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to CHO. Now, CHO has settled in. I mean, she has found out that she doesn't have to worry so much about protecting her files. She has something that helps her to protect her files. But then, someday she just got a call from, or maybe I think she was appointed, I think that's the word, as a member of a committee, a two-man committee, and the job of the committee was to investigate why students failed GST 109. Okay, so what would have been her options? I know you could have thought of organizing meetings, the more traditional way would have been something very hectic, I'm guessing.
Well, in the university environment, besides the fact that you still have to teach students, teachers still have other things they do, like some administrative things. And in this part of the world, I actually think the administrative part actually overshadows the initial thing. So somehow you are almost buried down in doing administrative tasks when you should be concentrating more on your other research work. So in this case, I think the only way you can, because in a day you can't have more time. Time is fixed. You can't have more than 24 hours in a day. So if you're thinking of time increasing, so you just have to look for ways in which you can actually do things faster to save time, because if not, that's just using technology is actually the way forward. Yeah, so you can actually achieve things faster and
to make things worse for CHO. They just have 2 days. Their deadline is 2 days to submit a presentation on their report to the Senate Committee of Bingham University. So actually, without technology, it would have been almost close to impossible.
Let's say impossible. Yes, impossible.
It is going to be impossible. Yes. All right, so we're going to show you now how CHO schedules a meeting with her committee members using Google Calendar, which is a tool, another service from Google. Basically, everything you know about Calendar, but better. Right. So it's a service that allows you to set calendar entries. It actually excels in helping notify people before time and when it's at the time of the meeting. It synchronizes well with your mobile devices. So even though you're not on your computer on the go, you can still be notified that you're supposed to have this thing by so time and so on. So let's see how CHO is going to use that to her advantage and on your report. All right. So now I'm switching to my browser now, and just like we did with the drive, you can access the calendar from here. So you can click on the apps icon here, just like CHO did to go to the drive, and now there's an entry that says calendar. Okay, so CHO is going to click on calendar, and now this shows CHO a view of the calendar entry for today. So here you can see 3/5 being the 5th of March, and it's a Thursday, and this view here is a time. There's a time here. So the time right now is somewhere around 5 something.
Currently,
So what CHO can do is she can actually hit the create button. She can double click. That's one of the features about that. She can double click the time to say, okay, I want to start my presentation from, let's say, the time is 5:30 something. So let's say I want to start the meeting from 3:35 to 6 p.m. So it's just going to be a 35,
about
25 minutes worth of stuff, meeting, I guess. So of course you can give it a title. So let's say meeting, committee meeting. Meeting, right? So it's just to remind her colleagues, and of course, she can actually invite her members or the members of the committee. So here we have we're going to add some members to the committee. So just to see how the committee members can help work on the files or documents. So
and if some of us don't really know, as you were trying to type, there's something Google does for you here. If you really take notes, the moment you was trying to type something like, let's say webmaster, if you notice something came up like list for users. So, Google also knows that, from time to time, you must have been sending people email or people in your own native local directory. So it has this more of, which we call it like intelligence, that it helps you recall. So if you're actually really scared of missing the person's address and so on, so Google has actually restricted, will I say, the error level. So you shouldn't really be scared, like maybe you can make errors and all that. And I actually think this is one of those features that it gives you here. So you just need to type, click, and you get rolling.
All right. So just to get started, here this is the description of the meeting. So let's meet by maybe 5:35 to work on our report. So so just a description to tell the members what to do. So here the pop-up that tells us how many minutes for notifications. So when I was talking about notifications earlier, I was actually referring to this part of the the calendar feature. So here I'm just going to put 1 minute before that because we were almost starting the meeting right now. And the visibility right now could be the calendar default or it could be public. So right now it's between her and her colleague. So the calendar assumes some default settings, which is fine. And the options here that guests can invite others. So it depends on how we're opening it. But in this case, we're just using it between CHO and her committee members.
Yeah.
Right. So if that's the case now, let me just change this to 6 so that we have enough time to explain what's happening. All right, so all CHO needs to do now is to click save. Okay, so all right, so click save. So now it says attendees from outside the organization. So right now it detected that I added a Gmail account.
That was after
so the warning is, hey, you're going to invite people, but these people are outside your Bingham official domain. So if you want, you can continue editing, or you can just invite the external guest.
Yes, and just to let you know, this part is not necessarily very harmful. Yeah. This is just to let you know that Gmail is owned by Google independently. So your university domain, even though you're out of it, it's just a notification thing. So don't be scared. I think everything is still good right now. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So now you can see here that committee meeting has been added. So by 5:36, there will be a committee meeting. Yeah. And right now I'm going to switch to my mobile phone. I'm acting as one of the committee members, and maybe you can check your email as well to see.
I already have the email.
So right now you can see a pop-up coming up and saying, oh well, there's a committee meeting by 3:36, so I should get ready. Just to accept that. But I'm going to show you a view of my phone. Okay, so right now this is the home screen for my phone, and you can see the very first option here, which is committee meeting by 5:36. So if I tap that, I can see a reminder here that says I'm supposed to join a committee meeting and I've been invited, and these are the committee members out there. Of course, you can see the description here. Let's meet by 5:35 to work on our report. So you can see right now I just got a notification on what the calendar details should have been.
And it's good for you to know that this is one of those awesome features from Google. If you're doing Android, apart from the fact that Google owns Android, they've actually really seen that, how can we make this thing more easier for you just to work with. So, what you just saw from the mobile is just exactly how it's happening. This is a live demo, just for you to know.
Just to see how it's how it works. All right, so now it's time. CHO now is going to meet with our members. So the first thing CHO does is to use a different tool right now. Called Google Docs. I don't know, what's your experience with Google Docs? I mean, for me it's like the next Microsoft Word.
I think one of the most selling products for Microsoft is actually the Office suite, and among them all, I think the most used is the word processor, which is actually the Microsoft Word. So Google acknowledges like this fact, and that's why I think Docs was created to mimic that, more or less. I say because it will be almost not logical for you to take away that huge amount of skill from people already using Microsoft Word. So they're just looking at how they can actually get that same skill you already have, and you can still just continue from where you are. It's more like an abstraction. So this is really, really pretty cool. And this also limits the part that you have to now be sharing more, installing software. You pay for license, multiple sharing. It's just really awesome.
All right, so CHO, the first thing CHO does is just like before. She clicks on her apps palette, and first thing she sees here is an option for Docs. All right, so she clicks on Docs, and now Docs is opening up. And one of the things I like with what Google has done is they've synchronized the Drive option with the present Docs. So just like you have Microsoft Word, you have what's called recent documents. So this was uploaded. We did not create this. But CHO has the option to actually create a new document, so which is using this plus option here.
And if your Docs is not really looking like this I think is good for us to let them know that this is one of Google's
updates. Google recently updated their Docs to look like this. So just in case you see that, just know that that's what the new docs looks like. So they use a concept called material design, which is a design philosophy they built. But this should now be the most familiar one to you right now, which is the docs. So this should look familiar to some of the word processors you've used out there, if you've used Microsoft Word before. And since most of our audience here are mainly academic staff, I assume at some point you must have used some form of word processor to work on your dissertations. So but this is just to remind you that right now we have this thing running and it's actually on the internet. It's not, I did not install a software from here, and it's just running out there, and it has all the features of a word processor. So CHO, of course, can just click on the title here to rename the document. So let's say committee, just to report. So that would be the title, and you can see the title update in real time. And of course we can maybe just so I'm not going to continue. I'll just show you some of the features of the docs by using the collaboration feature. So let's assume that, let's just say CHO has created her document, or in the initial phase of the document. She has kind of mapped it out, so they just want to deliberate on with her colleagues now and see how they can actually put all their inputs together to come up with this report. So one of the things you will notice in Drive is the option for save. I mean, there is no save. So if you click on file right now, you notice there is no save.
Okay, why would they not create a save? So they must have forgotten or something.
I should think so. Initially, I thought they forgot, but then I found out that Google has promised.
Forgets at times.
Google has promised that saving is the thing of the past. That why worry about saving yourself when we can do it for you? I mean, Google can do it for you. So right now, at the moment, that's what just happened.
How do they know when you need to save?
Well, they feel as far as I keep typing in some amount of seconds, they will help me save or update the changes. So I don't have to worry about saving, or if I forgot to save for the past 10 minutes.
They must have been really, they are so concerned. Why will a company be this concerned and just doing everything?
That's Google for you, man. So that's the Googliness we're talking about. Alright, so CHO is going to share the document with her committee members so that they can start working on it together. And to do that, CHO clicks on the blue share button here. At the moment, you can see it says private to only me. In this case, me refers to CHO, so it's private to CHO, but CHO wants to share with other people so that they can help her edit and update where necessary. So the way CHO is going to share with others is to actually include the email address of our committee members. Right. So the first one, of course, you can see, just like we showed you the IntelliSense we talked about earlier. You recall that yes, I mean, CHO has sent an email or received email from Webmaster. Of course, you can type more emails. So you can see all these emails are being recalled as they come up. So and of course, this is the draft committee report. So CHO is just describing what this document is, because sometimes you can have so many emails coming in that you just want to be sure that what this particular mail is for, and so on.
No, I think before we go, it would be nice for us to talk about this part. On this right hand part, there are actually permissions. You could see the first one says can edit, the second says can comment, the third says can view. These are levels of permission you want users to have. So if you want somebody to really have the ability to edit a document, you click on this. If you want them just to view the document, you click on this. And if you don't want them to have the ability of clicking on, maybe just to view, so that they don't have edit permission, you click on the last one here. So for the purpose of this demo, we'll restrict ourselves to
edit, because this is only restricted to the committee members, so it makes sense for them to be able to edit that.
And getting this shareable link, well, maybe since it's not really an in-depth for now, maybe we can skip this. We can release some of these extensive features in other episodes of the tutorial. Yes. Right. Okay.
That makes sense. All right. So now CHO is ready to make all these people edit the document. So you can send. And as usual, the same warning.
But just because you're going out of the .edu.ng domain, so it's not a harmful thing. So just click yes,
and click yes.
I think voila. Okay.
All right. So this should have been shared with 3 people. Okay. So I'm going to switch to my own email right now, and hopefully I would have received an email telling me to be I'm able to edit the document. right? So did you?
Yeah, I saw it, but
so
I would like people to see real time, noticing when somebody joins the document and so on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So right now, CHO has invited some of our committee members. And right now you can see at the top right here, right now you can see there's nothing here.
Yeah. So let me join?
Yeah. So as soon as any committee members join, you can see
I just joined.
Yeah. So one of our committee members just joined.
Yeah.
And you can see right now that they will be pink. So the reason for the coloring is so that you can actually identify who is making the changes. So right now you can see the committee member making this, trying to make a change right now. Is this?
Why would Google give me pink? I don't like pink.
Right, let's just see for the sake of
okay, so I don't have preference of changing color.
Yeah, hopefully they will change. They will make.
Okay, so they just give multiple colors. They're trying to create a rainbow, I guess.
They generate random colors right now.
You can join.
Yeah. So also one of the things you will notice also is that we have multiple cursors now. So that means with the magic of Google Drive and all the technologies that Google has put, it's easy for a lot of people to collaborate on the same document.
Okay.
All right. So so I'm going to join the document as a different user.
Okay.
All right.
So as I've joined.
Right. So as soon as I join here, I can make all the changes I can and so on. And CHO will see that somebody has joined, and here this time around it's blue.
Oh, they gave you blue, right? So can we guess the next color? Okay, we're gonna give that in the next episode. I think we should be able to predict Google colors.
Yeah, hopefully that will be a thing of the future right now, predicting colors.
Okay.
All right. So right now you can see CHO is making all the changes. Adding contents to your document.
Wow, I'm seeing this in real time. So you mean I can add up to this?
Yeah. So
okay.
Right now you can add.
So anytime I actually see my cursor, they give me pink, even though I don't like pink. I said Google gave me pink.
Right. So right now you can see that our committee members right now are actually working on the document real time. So they can make all the changes they can. You can see multiple edits going on.
It's awesome. Okay, wow. So as you're editing, I can also do same.
Yeah, exactly.
This is really cool. So I could highlight this, I could make it bigger, I could change the font size. So maybe we could be doing this thing interactively
in real time. Yeah.
Wow, why will Google give these things for free? Can you comment on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, like you said, that's why they're Google, and that's why with the mission they said even though they're trying to organize the world's information into something that can be useful. Okay. They've really touched or changed the way people think about workflows and technology.
This is awesome. You could even put stuff. Wow, this is really cool. It is cool. So I think this is just explaining the collaborative feature. This is to let you know.
And there are so many other features. For instance, right now you can say, is this awesome? So you can actually use a comment feature right now.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you can actually right click and kind of comment and say
why awesome? Say splendid.
So why awesome? And it could just be a comment that somebody can drop.
Wow. Right? So I could just let's see this. Let's say it's splendid. Something like that. Okay, so you could comment and people could, wow, this is really pretty cool. Exactly. I think we just want to recommend, if you're not really doing this right now, the world is going to leave you behind. Just like at some point you didn't have cell phones working and so on. Those are the Stone Age, I think the age of the Socrates. Today's modern age, you're not doing this. I think you're more like Socrates. Maybe you should go to Greece and you should be wearing robes and all that.
Stone.
Okay. So I think
right now on a different level right now, I think more academic right now. Another use case for this kind of collaboration might be between you and your students. Some of you are supervisors at some point. You supervise so many of your students, and there's this issue of students doing projects and projects being out of sync, students coming with excuses that they've lost their projects, no time to edit the work for the students and so on, and they have to always constantly print hard copy versions of their draft reports. We feel these kind of things will actually make you collaborate real time with the students.
I even think the Nigerian educational sector, it's actually really bad practice. I think pardon me for using the word, but it's actually bad practice because you have a student you're supervising. The student will give you chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and at every of these chapters you request them to print. When they print those things, apart from the cost and so on, not like, maybe because Google is trying to champion the paperless initiative, but even looking at the cost in terms of efficiency, Yeah, the reason why you supervise people is because they don't know those things and you want to put them right. So it'll be easier for you to comment real time because you don't have the whole time to give to a student. What if you're supervising 2, 3, 4, 5 students? At every comment, they have to reprint. So I think just to allow people really know that, well, as the world is going, some things that were used to be acceptable, you know, like people used to use robes. Right now, you're going to be weird. If you're still telling students to be printing hard copies, you're really being mean. It's not fair. You know, you're looking at how the economy is, you still tell them to print countless paper, you know, it's not really fair. So I think for academics coming from Africa, especially in Nigeria, you know, you should take this more like a challenge to see how we can change the system, actually make things more effective and put some certain level of consent to students.
Yeah.
You know, yes.
Yeah. All right. So so the last feature I'm going to show you right now, you know, in our CHO's exploration right now is the ability to save, because I mean, after doing all those changes, it makes sense for
finally the save button showed up.
Yeah, to download.
Okay,
so that's what I'm telling you.
Okay, right.
All right. So I'm sure some of you must have been screaming out there like, you just said there was no save.
Yes, I actually thought Google really heard us, you know.
Yeah,
maybe they just showed up. Save. I'm sure we'll have just off this tutorial and run, you know. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, but just to show you the varieties right now, I mean, CHO has the options to save the documents in the well-known Microsoft Office Word format, and of course you can save it in other formats like PDF.
Yeah, and you know the PDF thing, you know, you don't even have to download like a converter and all that.
You just
because sometimes Adobe really wants you to buy almost everything.
Yeah.
Well, Google is giving it for free. Yeah. They must really be very generous.
They're very generous.
Yeah.
Actually.
No? Wow.
So right now all you need to do is to click on download, and you can see right now that it downloads it Word document. You know?
Okay.
So right now if you click on it, it opens in Microsoft Word, and you know, it's just as if she used Microsoft Word to do it.
Wow.
But the advantage was, you know, she collaborated with her colleagues and they generated this document.
Yeah.
And right now she just downloaded it and prints it and makes it ready for presentation.
Yes.
You know, to the Senate. Okay. So one more thing maybe we might go quickly on is the presentation part. I mean, they are supposed to also create a presentation. This is going to be like the Microsoft PowerPoint feature that we have.
We're going to slide.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe we will just leave this open. I mean, it doesn't kill to have some tabs open.
Okay.
So back in CHO's inbox, CHO goes back to our apps Chime, and she has the option to use what's called slides.
Yeah.
So if she clicks on slides, so just like the docs, slides also has its own you know, feature, and like we said, this is how the new drive looks like right now. And click on the plus button here to create a presentation.
Wow.
And this should be familiar to most of you that have used some form of PowerPoint presentation before. So Google gives you an option to start with some random you know, themes, right? So random themes. So maybe we will just go ahead and select you know, basic one piece and click OK. Right. So right now it's going to load the theme, and you can see here that you know, our presentation. You know, so maybe sample document. So just like the Word option, so just like the Word option, she can share it with her. You know, this would be committee presentation, all right? And you know, the title here. So just like we had before. So maybe I will just send it to one of our members. So our presentation, right? So send. All right. So momentarily, her colleague or, you know, her committee member is going to get this, and they also have the option to collaborate on the document as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So just like we did before, so very soon the committee member is going to join.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm always getting pink.
Oh well, I mean, they must like you in pink.
Yes, I think I'm gonna buy pink T-shirt for this purpose. Yes.
All right. So I mean, you can see committee members can create new slides. You know, you can edit what's already, you know, been edited, just like we saw with the document.
You know, wow, awesome.
Right. So you can see, you know, one of the members can be working on a particular document.
Slide and, you know, wow. Okay, so this is really cool.
All right. So of course, you know, you can see, make all the necessary changes.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Splendid.
Right. So you can see all the changes being done to the presentation, and it's done in real time. So if you click on this right now, you can see who is making the change.
Whoa.
Right. And you can see the slides being.
Okay. This is really awesome and really nice, you know. So I could change this to black.
Yeah.
This is good. Okay. Thanks. Let's make it black. Awesome. Whoa. Okay. I think.
Okay, so you can see the changes.
Yeah.
So right now, I mean, all the collaborative features you saw earlier in Docs is also available in, you know, Google Presentation, Slides, and so on.
Yeah.
All right. So going back to CHO, we just showed you two different Google products, which is Google Docs and Google Presentation.
Yeah, Slides.
And you can see, I mean, for me, I could tell how easy Google had made all the integration become so seamless. I mean, from my transition from Docs to Slides, I mean, it wasn't too hard. It was a similar workflow that I'm already used to. So I think it's awesome what Google is.
Yeah, no, sincerely speaking, if you're not really doing this right now, well, you're really causing pain for yourself, you know, because there's how you could do everything effortlessly and it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the irony.
Yeah.
All right, so days passed by. CHO has presented to her, you know, to Senate members. They've done all the presentations required. So one day, you know, CHO goes home and decides to work on a result. But you know, just like most of us out there, without internet access at home, you know, or very good internet access at home, CHO decides to use her computer to collate some of the results one of her courses, and she used her computer. And this time around, she has a copy of Microsoft Excel on the laptop, and she decides to, you know, work on the results and compute everything there, and you know.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, she must present a draft report or draft version of the results to her HOD.
Yeah.
But at the moment, the HOD, you know, kind of is not in the country. He's actually on his way to Indonesia. There's a presentation he's working on. He's giving a talk on, you know, the best ways to improve students' learning, you know, maybe in GST and so on. And well, CHO decides to, you know, come back to the office the next day, and because there's internet access in the office now, she decides to upload the document, the results she has worked on locally, convert that, and then share it with the HOD for, you know, ratification or, you know, some form of you know, clearance or approval. So, but what I don't know, this kind of workflow is so awesome. I don't know why we didn't have this before.
Okay.
This kind of option to make it very flexible, even though, you know, somebody's thousands of miles away from where you are right now, can still work on the same document you have and, you know, make your works look so awesome.
Yeah, well, I think just the ability of the collaborative feature is just one of those awesome things, you know. That means you're not limited. You know, I think what is really paramount here is if you can increase the amount of time you have in a day, I think you could do that. That's awesome, but the truth is you can't. So you just need things that will allow you to work faster, you know, and smarter. You know, you don't have, looking at expectancy rate and life expectancy rate and all that, I don't really know how much we all have, you know, to spend. That you're gonna spend almost the whole day trying to put up things on Excel or spreadsheet. You know, for me, I think you need to embrace this. You know? Yes.
So we're just going to show you a quick workflow of how CHO will actually collaborate with our HOD right now. Trying to replicate the same scenario that we just discussed.
And also, I think if people really like this screencast, you know, maybe we could just really do one especially for a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is really awesome, more dedicated, you know, and possibly if they want a book, we could do one, because these things are actually really awesome, you know. So maybe
so I think that would be a good idea actually, to have a more dedicated you know, screencast for, you know, let's say one of the Google products. So we're going to spend 30 to 40 minutes talking about the product, looking at in-depth, you know, features of the product, and seeing how you can, I'm sure some of you will come up with other useful ideas.
Yeah, maybe we're going to check the views on YouTube first. And maybe we could get the Google Nigeria team for them to really see how
this will actually change how people learn the tools.
You know.
All right, so just like before, CHO is backed on our Google Drive, but you know, just in case you're joining us and you don't know how we got to Drive, CHO has the option to use the apps menu here and click on Drive. Right? So CHO already has worked on these results and is actually, you know, locally available, and I think maybe it would be a good time to talk about this feature.
Okay, which one?
These two features right now.
Okay.
If you notice, we created a document that is a committee report and a presentation, and Google was smart enough to know that we need to keep a copy on Drive.
I think if Google could save for you, they anticipate everything. My concern is, how do they really know all those things? Yeah. I'm not getting scared. You think we should continue this tutorial?
Maybe for their sake we should.
Okay, right. We'll continue anyway.
Alright, so right now, CHO, she's going to upload the results she has worked on. Yeah. So she clicks on File on the red upload button here and clicks on File. And let's say the result she's working on is GST 109, right? So she clicks Open. So right now, what's happening is, the results has been uploaded.
Yeah.
Right? And because a small file, in a very short time, it's going to actually appear on the list of files she has on her drive just now. And right now, this is just an Excel file, right? Okay. It's just a file we uploaded. But for us to inherit the features, Google has worked so hard to be able to create a seamless conversion process between your drive, your Microsoft Excel document and the Drive sheet.
Like Google does all this?
Google does that.
And did they pay people, or they got people that did it for them for free?
I mean, that's the fun part. It's free. You can imagine how all.
So they pay people and give these things for free.
So you can imagine.
Wow, they are trying to kill people with kindness. I think that's we need to file a case on this. I think this is really pretty cool. Yeah.
So right now, like I said, this is just the Excel document.
Okay.
It's just the Excel document as is, so it's going to be uploaded as a read-only document.
Okay, read-only. So this is non-editable.
So we can edit it.
Okay.
But if CHO wants to have the ability to, give the HOD an option to, kind of make inputs, she needs to convert that. So to do that, she clicks on this drop down here that says Open With.
Okay. This is not where she does the permission thing. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so she says Open With. Okay, this is where the conversion goes on.
Yes, right now.
Whoa. Are you sure it's converted?
Okay. No, I think we're jumping the gun right now.
Okay.
Right now, CHO has the option to,
Okay, right click on that.
Yeah, Open With.
Okay,
so that's the option she has right now.
Okay.
So if she just opens it, it's just going to open it with the Drive viewer. Okay. So it's just going to open it as a read-only document.
Okay.
But the moment she says Open with Google Sheets, which is also another product that Google has for, it's just like your Microsoft Excel.
Wow, Google just believes, why should we take all your Excel skill away from you?
Yeah.
Bring your skill, bring it to play, and I think all your formulas work.
Yeah,
like all your Excel thing.
It takes your formula and it just works.
Wow.
It's really awesome.
And they must have been paying for this license from Microsoft?
So you can imagine right now.
Wow.
Alright, so right now CHO is going to open this with Docs, and you can see right now this animation shows that the document is being converted.
Okay.
And in a moment you can see that this document right now can be edited.
Okay, are we on Microsoft Excel right now, or we're in what?
We're in Microsoft Word right now. We're in Google Sheet right now.
How do we know the difference? Because it looks like what I have on my Excel.
That's beauty. So you can see right now it looks so similar to Excel. Let me just open this. You can see this is my Excel.
Wow.
And this is my Google.
Okay, this is hooking on the browser.
Yes, it's on my browser right now. You can see all the changes and look at the beauty. All the formula that was used earlier was retained.
Wow. So this is pretty.
It's really, really, really cool.
Can we pause the tutorial for now? Take a reflection. Look at yourself. Why are you not using this?
I mean, you must not be.
No, you could ask yourself. Sincerely speaking, if you're not moving forward if you're not using it. It's really. I think I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
Maybe let's continue.
Yeah. So you can imagine how the tools she has, and right now at some point she has uploaded it, she has converted it. Now she needs to share it with the HOD.
Okay.
Who is who just landed in Indonesia right now in the airport. And all she does is, if you remember our familiar blue share button.
Okay.
So right now you can see that this is very common across the Google products.
Okay.
And just like by now you should have been used to this. You can see right now, I mean, if we could pause and ask a question right now, I'm sure most of you will know the answer right now.
Okay.
Like if I ask what should be the next step, some of you will scream email, and so on.
Yeah.
So we're going to send the email to the HOD right now, and
okay.
Okay. Let's just say she's I'm just going to use multiple emails here.
Yeah.
All right. So kindly help verify / peruse this results.
Okay.
Sure. Right. Yeah. So let's say this is the HOD right now, and she sends. Okay. As usual, you know,
no, it's not harmful.
Yeah, it's not
but
harmful.
how are we sure, you know, this thing is really secure? You know, students' result.
Yeah.
Like, what about for users that have concerns on security? You know, are you trying to tell me that this SSL thing is sufficient? You know, we have HTTPS, or maybe something we should leave for the next episode.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we should let you. If you like this video, I think we're going to be talking about maybe how Google secures some of those files.
Some of your files.
You know, okay. So I think
so. Google, like Mr. Adi has just said right now, Google employs the top of the line encryption technology. Here you can see using the HTTPS for secure, some advanced, SSL based protection. But in addition to that, I mean, you can imagine the protection happening right now from the access to my drive, or in this case, CHO's drive.
Okay.
I mean, somebody that has to compromise her files must actually know her password. To be able to get access to our files, and or the person must actually have permission to make changes to the document. Otherwise, I mean, they can only see the document, and that's it. They can make changes to it.
Okay. I think let's not eat so much time. Right. You know, you could subscribe to the screencast. You know, in our subsequent episode, we're going to make sure that we actually address all these concerns. You know. Yeah.
All right. So right now, what's so exciting is shows HOD is somewhere in Indonesia. He's actually using his just to show you a capture of his screen. Okay. He's actually going to show you how it looks like on a mobile phone. Okay. So clicks on the email.
Well, so I could just walk on the phone. Okay, I'm gonna say open and shit. Wow, from the mobile phone, this is really awesome. So I'm going to say always. Yeah. This is pretty cool. So I'm just doing this. Okay, but this is really dependent on the speed of the internet.
Yeah. I mean, so the idea is right now the HOD has access to the to his, this is mobile phone. He has not even settled down to remove his laptop. He just landed in Indonesia.
Okay, wow. So it allows me to go freely. Yeah. Okay, so let's see now on this result. It's funny that we have one student has A, we have 2 C's and B's. Right? No. I really want one of the students to fail. Okay, maybe. Right.
Yes. Okay, maybe not fail, but maybe right.
No. I think this person that had 51 should have a D. Maybe I want to be so mean. Okay, that's not a good illustration. Before some of you are already saying, okay, fine. Let's say we really want to make one additional student here get an A. Let's say it's the first one, so the one that has a total of 66. So you mean I can just hit the exam? I want to alter it. I want to make it 51. So let me see. How do I do that?
Okay.
Okay, I'll hit it. Then I'll do backspace. I'll do backspace, and I'll type in let's say 55. Awesome. Then I'll do that, and wow, you mean real time everything works?
I mean real time.
Why is Google giving these things for free? I'm having concerns.
It's Google.
Yeah,
right?
it looks too good to be true.
Yeah. So they believe the world needs to embrace a common set of ideologies when it comes to using some type of tools. Wow. And the best way they felt if they could do that was to actually make it available and accessible by everyone, and by everyone means it could be free.
I think this is the time we need to let's do 1 minute silence for Google and really just say thank you, Google. Right. No. Let's say I think as you're listening, you should not do anything.
Just a minute.
Yes, and say thank you, Google. Okay, repeat after me. 1, 2, ready, go.
Thank you, Google.
Yes, I think so now we can continue.
All right, so just to show you right now, I mean, Cho is looking at her screen, and she can see the changes made by her HOD. As usual, you can see the HOD is in pink. All right.
Okay, right now I'm still on pink.
So the HOD has made a change to the first student up there, and the student had a B, but right now has an A.
Wow.
So that could be some kind of collaboration.
Yeah, so that the other guy that had 79 won't be feeling is the smart guy in the class.
Yeah,
we have to always bring competition up.
So you can imagine right now. Yes. So you can see how Cho has actually pulled this off using Google Sheet as a tool. Yeah. And you can see how flexible it is. Even though you're using your mobile phones, you're somewhere using your tablet.
No, I think this is really, really cool. This is awesome. For me, sincerely speaking, jokes apart, I think Google is really doing something wonderful.
Yeah,
because in this part of Africa, we're actually limited on some part of things, and for you to really see people that will do these things genuinely, and give us to use and improve our lives, we have to learn, respect them, and actually know that they have done this with the best of intentions, just to really, they know that we can be like them, and I think it's a good thing.
It is a good thing,
yes.
actually.
Yes.
It is. All right, so this also is Cho's expedition.
Yes.
Cho has gotten so used to using Google Tools right now that she decided to actually embark on a research.
Okay.
And can you guess what the research will be? Well, she wants to know how people that use internet will make heaven. I mean,
really?
Do they even have a shot?
Okay, well, if you're using the internet, you're gonna make heaven.
Right.
Well, I think that kind of research will have good readership,
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine people are so curious to know if they have to leave their internet habits or behind.
Because they really think we doing all those things will make heaven.
Yeah.
I think we really need to see where this research
leads us actually.
Yeah.
But I mean, just like every other ambitious person that Cho is, she kind of remembered the days when people used to do research and throw out paper, hard copy questionnaires. And she felt, oh my god, I mean, is there any way it could be easier? So yeah, but Google has a solution for that. So you can imagine right now, I mean, Google is trying to say, okay, if you can think of it, then we think we've solved it. So stuff like that.
Yes. And, and I think some people are really, just in case you're really moving very fast ahead of us, I think you're saying that, well, is this not similar to the product that, what's the name of that company? There's this company that actually has the name of an animal that actually did something like that, I can't remember for now.
Yeah.
Let's go for trouble anyway. So, actually they do that. But if you're going to see the features of what Google is given here, you're going to really see reasons. It is, for me, I think this is my best product. And so let's move on.
I mean, it's exciting. It is exciting.
Yeah.
And you can see that here. You can see Cho decides to use a tool from Google called Google Forms.
Okay.
So don't be misled by the name. I mean, yes, you can use it to create forms, but of course, some of the forms you can create is to map it to surveys, polls, quizzes, and so on. And in this case, Cho decides to actually get people's opinion on why she thinks people that use internet might make heaven or will make heaven. All right, so right now we're going to switch to forms.
Okay.
And maybe Mr. Adi will actually show this demonstration here.
Okay.
All right, so just like previous, right now in the drive, in Google Drive, right now, Cho can create.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. We still remember how we got here. Let's just really go back. From the mail, we go to the top right-hand corner. We click on the icon. We have a drop-down. We click on Drive. Once you click on Drive, you have this open. So I think this is just to land us here.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is, if you look at your top left-hand corner here, you have something called Create. So on clicking on it, you have these options, and second to the last option here says Form. So on clicking on Form, you have something that just comes up.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to start from the top here. Well, we want to give it a title. So we're going to say why people. Okay, why internet users make heaven, because I believe if you're really watching this tutorial, you're making heaven, why internet users will make heaven, something like that. Okay, something like that, will make heaven, and the time we're having this thing in the class, we saw the huge controversy.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy. People had their own idea of what it takes to get to heaven, and I think that's why it's a research, right? So because people need to see it from so many perspectives.
From an objective point of view.
Yeah, objective point of view.
Okay.
Can you tell us what's form settings? I mean,
form what?
Form settings. I mean, what's happening here?
Okay, like here now, we're trying to create the survey anyway. Okay. So we just give it a title, just like how you did initially in the docs and on the slide. And here you could see you have, like the menus, you have files, you have edit, you have views, you have insert, you have responses, you have tools, you have add-ons, you have a lot of stuff here. But, in our subsequent episode, I think we're picking up the product uniquely and we're going to go into it basically full time. For the purpose of this presentation, we're going to just make it slightly simple, and we could just move on. Yeah. So this is the interface for forms. We're trying to create an automated survey, like a questionnaire. Okay. So the first option here, which is form settings, as you're saying, it says, we have something already checked here by default, which says require Bingham University login to view this form. So what it means is everybody will have to have this, like if you look at this top right hand corner here, we have this control plus. I think it's not too big, just for some of us to get the whole idea. You could see that we have our domain here, binghamuni.edu.ng. So it means if you're within the domain, you must have something similar to this for you to access this. So, but for the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to uncheck this. Unchecking it means we're going to allow other people to have, So we have the next option, automatically collect respondents Bingham University name. I think for now let's just leave it because this thing is really big, and you could use it for questions. They even have this thing called Fubaru. I'm sure it's awesome. So now this is the title. We could put a small description here. We say something like heaven is real. So and we want to have we're gonna have two basic maybe types of questions just to give an idea on how this actually works. So the first question, what do you think it should be? Let's see.
Well, how about do you believe there is heaven?
Okay, so we say, do you believe there is heaven? Okay.
So can you use an option for a yes or no kind of option?
Okay, so we're gonna put
yes, no, maybe kind of question.
Okay, so here you see there's something called help text. Just in case you want to give your respondents more opportunity for clarity, just in case your questions are ambiguous, you can actually put something here. You could just something like just say yes or no, something like that. It's not so much of a big deal. It's just something that gives them a small nudge and so on. Now looking at question type, we have different categories. As I hit on this drop down, we have text, paragraph text, multiple choice, check boxes, choose from a list, scale, grade, date, time. Here we want to pick, I think we're just trying to say either yes or no. So we're going to restrict it to check boxes. So what we want to create here is we just want to do something like yes or no. Just to help what we're trying to pick here. So this will just give us that. We still have something called advanced settings here, but we're not going there. We are going to now make this required question here means this question is mandatory. So you want your users, if they don't fill the question, you don't want them to submit, and so on. And also you could the more options you put, you could add. It's really, really pretty cool, So we're going to say done for the first one, using checkboxes, and let's say that's fine. So to create the next one, I'm going to say add item, and so Mr. Murphy, what do you think? Next question.
Okay, so maybe a second question would be, do you think using the internet or do you think the internet is a good tool to win souls?
Okay, well, I was thinking we should even get a list of options. So that the question type can be, let's say what tools do you think makes you make heaven? We just have a list item. What tools makes you make heaven? That makes you make heaven. I think we get the idea anyway. So here we're gonna have types. We're gonna have the type of question will be choose from a list. So we want to make it the first one, which is internet. We believe internet users will make heaven. Internet will believe what you say. Let's say if you drive a car, drivers. Once you drive a car, you make heaven. Let's say if you enter if you have entered an airplane before, I don't know if all this, but this looks pretty cool. It's the airplane users, and what again?
Well, since we're talking about mobility, maybe trains.
Okay, if you've seen a train before, even though it's moving on the TV, I'm sure you make heaven. These are just pretty cool. So we're going to make this one too also required. We're going to say done, checking it. We're going to say done. So it looks cool. That means from here we'll get a list. But I've already spotted a flaw. If you see here, we actually said
so they can select both.
Exactly. So it means the users can select both. So I think you can really also go back. This will let you know that if you make mistakes, you can always go back to address
change that.
And once you go here, we're going to select what now? Multiple choice. Once you say multiple choice, it gives you that checkbox. Radio button option that we can now say done. You could now say so. So for now, I think for the purpose of the demo here, this is pretty cool. For us not to make it boring, two ways. You send the form. I think I shall allow you to take this part. Okay.
All right. So CHO has created her research questionnaire using Google Forms, and if you notice, unlike the other tools that we've used, Google Drive, Google Docs, Sheets, and presentation slides. This doesn't say share, but it says send. So it actually acts similar to share this time around, because you need to send the form to the whole world, for instance. So right now, you notice the dialog box that comes up is different from what we're used to. Here it gives us a link to share. Guys, I mean, this link we can share with friends and they can actually open it in their systems and so on. And we have the ability to actually embed it to, into other social media, common social media like Google Plus, Facebook, and Twitter. And of course, you can send it to specialized set of people. So let's say you're doing, Cho was doing a controlled kind of experiment research. She was trying to just get it within a set of people, and she happens to have their emails. Well, I mean, she could send that, or you could just get the link and dispatch it using other means. I mean, SMS. I mean, here at Bingham University, we use a lot of SMS.
Yeah, I think it's good. Since we're doing a live demo, let's do the SMS thing. Since we can see, they can see the screen. Okay. Just do something like that. Right. Maybe. Well, what about the short URL? What does that mean?
So the short URL, Google has a service called Google. Yeah. Okay. So what they do is they try to I mean, we know some URLs very hard to recall all these URLs with the numbers and so on. They're quite long. So what they've done is they've decided to create a service that allows you to shorten these links into a more something you can actually manage. Summarize, and as soon as the link is shortened, you can use that shortened link and give people, and which obviously they can use to get to the same place you are supposed to get to initially. So maybe what we'll do is we'll use the short URL. Okay. So you can see what happened. You just shortened the URL. So
and for me, I like this part. Okay, you could copy. Okay. I like this part where Google gives you opportunity to share directly to your social networks. They respect the fact that you already have something going on. You're social. You have friends. You have family members. You have colleagues. You have schoolmates. Past, present. You have people you're yet to meet, and you have even people you've not met. So here it gives you the opportunity just to click and share real time. But I think for us, our scenario was unique. Maybe I should brief you before we share this. We have a hall, a 200 capacity hall. Maybe here we can show you the picture if you can see. Let's see, you can see the picture of the hall and so on. Yeah. So this is where the training went on. You could see the picture. So we're looking at how to get everybody to fill the survey. It's actually more faster for us to deliver this thing via SMS, short message service, because everybody here has their phones. We anticipate a lot of things, and the scenario really works for us. It's really good. We encourage you, some of you, to take advantage, of this thing. So, Mr. Murphy can continue.
All right. Yeah. So right now, what's going to happen is I'm going to share, I'm going to share my screen, so I'm one of the receivers of the message.
Okay. Right.
So momentarily right now, what you're looking at right now is my phone, and hopefully expecting a text message containing the link to CHO's form.
Okay. I'm really working at top speed here. Are you still crossing your fingers?
Yeah,
many of you're not crossing. Some of those things, don't think we can't see you.
Hey, you over there, I can see you. Make sure your fingers is
crossed. They really know we can't see them, so that's okay. Awesome. Anyway. So the message is gone. I think we have a jet speed SMS notification.
Right. So any moment from now, we're gonna get an SMS. So if you notice, look at the notification.
Yeah, awesome. Nigerians are really doing pretty cool.
Hello, help us fill this form. So of course, click on the SMS, and here you can see the SMS. Right now.
Okay.
Hello, help us fill this form. So I'm going to click the URL. Okay. And voila! Right now I have access to the forms.
Okay.
So right now you can see the questionnaire.
Okay.
And do you believe there's heaven? Well, I'll say yes. What tools make heaven? So just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to pick internet.
Okay. No, actually, internet makes people make heaven. Okay, by purpose of demonstration, let's say
since this is demonstration, we're submitting our responses here.
Right.
So as soon as I submit all the responses and I hit submit.
Okay.
Right now I've submitted my response.
So you mean Google has captured the feedback?
Yeah. So that's the beauty of that. So if I go back to CHO's inbox, there's an option here that says our responses.
Whoa. Okay. I can see one.
Response.
Okay. Let's see view responses.
So CHO clicks on view response, and what Google does is they automatically create a spreadsheet entry for you in Google Sheets that collates all the response from the respondents.
Why would they do that?
Well, the idea is to help you, analyze the data for free. Remember, everything here is really for free. Google is really awesome. Wow. So they are going to help me collate this. I mean, if you've done a research in the past where you had to use hard copy questionnaires, you know how hard it is to really come down, you know, get all the responses, classify them by correspondent types and response and so on. Google does this for you instantaneously.
Wow, awesome.
So you can see right now the response I filled on my phone. You can see it has been captured here as one of the, you know, respondents. You know, so maybe just to make it easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, kind of
okay, they share the link. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to click the link here. This is using my.
Okay.
All right. So right now I have a link, you know, to. So maybe here I'm going to choose something else, maybe airplane.
Okay. Also, I'm choosing driver.
Okay.
I'm choosing yes, no. I'm submitting things.
Right.
Okay. Well, so as people, as much as possible, submit this stuff.
Yeah.
You mean it captures real time?
Captures real time. So you can see right now we have this you know, real time.
Okay. Well, just a form of inquiry. That company that has that use the name of this animal, you know, why are they making the? I think or data is free. You know, I know they have this free version.
Yeah, but I don't think it's really that
free. You know?
I mean, it's not really free per se. I mean, because all the good parts, all the good stuff,
you pay for it.
It's hidden behind.
Then why are people using it? Why are they not using that?
Well, I think that's the time for it's a wake up call.
And the fact that the name of the product has an animal on it, you know, okay, but let me. This is not actually to denigrate that product is really awesome. But you know, here this just let you know that you have also private people that are doing something really good on surveys too and all that, and we respect that also. This is let you know that, you know, Google actually is really awesome. You know, they create theirs for free. It's more interactive. Should we show where the analysis part?
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. So right now, you know, when switch back to forms, and part of the things you see in the response here is the, you know, summary of response.
Okay.
Right? So you get to that by hitting the response here, and you see summary of response.
Okay. Right.
All right.
Wow.
So right now you can see now this is the summary of the 4 responses we had.
Okay.
And you can see right now, based on per question right now, we can see 75% of people chose yes versus, you know, 1% of 25% of people that chose.
How do we know this?
Well, I mean, Google counts whatever response is coming from. So here, I mean, out of 4 people that filled, it calculated the difference and kind of showed me in form of a percentage.
So it's like they just really know already what I'm going to do.
Right. And one of the things I noticed is you know, based on the type of question, or type of, you know, when you were creating the form, where you were picking between, you know, choose from list to, you know, check boxes to, you know, so I think Google actually knows the right way to represent each response.
Okay, how do you know the right way?
Well, I mean, it has to be based on some form of common, you know, best practices.
Wow.
That says, okay, the best way to represent
like on an ordinal data, nominal data, something like that.
So it's to use maybe a pie chart versus, you know, a pie
I think this is pretty cool, and it's Google Analytics that does all this.
Yeah, so they do that a lot. So you can publish the analytics if you want.
Whoa, awesome.
Yeah, so if you publish it to your peers and say, hey man, based on my research so far, this is what I have.
Okay, what about when you're doing this, people that must have failed while doing that, how do you capture the response? Because, you know, it's possible people are still failing while
this is going on. Well, the beauty is you can refresh this.
Whoa, so if you refresh right now, I mean, it's going to work?
So if you refresh this, if you have new response, you can see from the 4 responses we have now, we have 5 responses, and you can see right now, you know, it just recalculated the percentage and, you know, selected, kind of made it very interesting right now. Just shuffle the percentage based on the...
I think we're going to give Google 1 minute again. Everybody, you have to stop what you're doing. Just say thank you, Google. No, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you, Google. You know,
so you can imagine how, so the excitement, we're really getting the excitement.
This is awesome.
It's really awesome. It is. Okay. Anyway, so, you know, you've seen how Google Forms does this. I mean, there's so much more that we can't show you right now, but hopefully we now have very detailed videos.
I think if people really like this video, so we could be doing it often. And the only way we know if they like this video is you subscribe YouTube channel, then you kind of say something, you know, don't worry. If you really want to say, hey, you guys are just Africans, we already know that. It won't hurt us, you know. You know. So if you like, you actually subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also you actually give your comments. I think we'll appreciate that if you want this to continue. Yes. Okay.
All right. So let's see what Cho has, you know, in stock for us. All right. So this part we might not really waste so much time on. We might not really waste so much time on. This has to do with Cho's ability to recover her contacts. For some reason, her phone crashed and she lost her contacts. Well, Google is smart enough to know that, you know, your contacts are equally important. So what happens is the moment you set up your phone for the first time and you log in with your email, you have the option to synchronize your calendar, your contacts. And just to show you quickly where the contacts will be stored, I'm just going to show. I'm just going to give an example with my account. So the way you get to this is to actually click on the chevron here, this arrow just beside Gmail.
The arrow is called a chevron.
So you can actually click on contacts. Right. So if you click on contacts, it's going to actually change the view to a contacts view. And right now you can see all the contacts that I have on my phone, and Google has kept a backup for me. And so on. So CHO obviously will have backup of all our files. So just in case she loses her phone,
your phone gets broken, it's missing. Google backs up everything for you. So the era of you misplacing people's numbers, they call you, you tell you, oh sorry, they stole my phone and all that. Maybe sometimes it used to be like a line that works, but right now, if you don't pick people's call because you feel you don't know who they are, it's because you don't want to pick it. Don't say because you misplaced the number. Right.
Yeah. So anyway, so CHO remembers that she has synchronized her phone, and of course, she was able to recover her files and data, easily using Google Contacts. All right. So I think we might be rounding up at this.
We're stopping at Blogger.
So CHO has other interests, right? She can't just be working for Bingham all the time, right? She has her own personal interests, things she likes, and she just wants to share with the rest of the world. There are different options there, and she just got talking with somebody that says, you could just come up with a blog, right? But now she needs to know what it takes to set up a blog. How will she set up a blog?
She has to learn programming and some stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. So already she's feeling intimidated, right? And all of a sudden she stumbled upon Google's Blogger. And like before, Google has solutions to most problems. She decides to use Blogger to create her blog, and of course based on her interests, you can see she likes fashion and singing and so on. So maybe
I think the blog part is really cool. Besides the fact that you're an academician, you also do other things. You actually have interest. Like here, CHO, maybe fashion designer, she sings also, and she really wants people to know this part of her, because right now everything is going online. That means most people spend more time on the computer right now than even with physical friends and so on. So you need some certain level of technical skill naturally for you to do all those things. So Google has gone ahead of you. They just want to make this thing a click next feature. And from this our own part of Nigeria here, I think we should actually give accolades to people that are using these things. Those that are using it to make money. Don't worry, we're just gonna maybe a little bit run through it. We actually have one of our ex-students. She actually started the whole thing like a child's play, and right now today, her name is Grace Alex. It's a good time to acknowledge her. We used her. Some of you that you were in the class, you remember when we brought her to stage and she spoke about how all of these things happen. We're not going to talk about her AdSense. AdSense is actually how these things happen. And how she made money constantly using pay-per-click and so on. This is her profile. We could scroll down. The amazing thing is she just started not long. It's not even up to a year. If you look at her page views at the end of the page, we'll find out that she has let's see, she has interest in fashion. She has over 444,707 page views. This is a young girl. She's even not up to 20. She's just 21 now. Wow. And this is also good. And this is also to let Nigerians know. You might not really know Grace Alex. We know her. That's why we're using her as case study. But you must have heard about Linda Ikeji. She is also one of a famous blogger. Let's see, there's Linda Ikeji, I think, the blogspot.com. I think, let's see, blogspot.com. I hope it's correct. This is actually, in Nigeria, this is actually one of those proud Nigerians that actually took advantage, of, the blogger, and she was really doing well with it. There was a time they actually took down our site, and so on, and it was really painful. Nigerians, she's really doing well. If we don't have the opportunity to check maybe statistics behind the scene, but looking at the amount of ads she had through it, and she's actually more or less like a top celebrity in Nigeria currently. So if she's using a free tool, because right now we could go very technical. If you were to set up a blog, looking at the amount of traffic that will visit your website per day, you need to pay hugely, to maintain this thing. I don't know, should we use this opportunity to show them how much it might cost you, so that maybe in terms of financial terms, or if you really like this, we'll take one of our episodes and show you this. But it's really quite expensive, So this is to let you know that Google has created a tool for you that it's free. So I think we can go to the main business.
Right. So this part is going to be a little bit tricky. So let me just close this. So just like before,
okay.
She clicks on this right now and there's no blogger. So the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh my god, I don't have blogger, right?
Yeah.
But Google has this option here that says more.
Okay.
So she clicks on more.
Yeah.
And even more.
Okay, right? Even more.
Because Google has quite a number of products.
Okay.
And clicking on even more right now brings up a page that has a lot of Google tools. And somewhere under social right now, there's the option for blogger.
Okay.
Right. So Cho is going to click on blogger. Now, the first thing that comes up is,
I understand. Just because we did, but the truth is, it's more or less just take your time. If you're watching this for the first time, you might not see exactly what you can see here. You're going to see create your blog, title of your blog. Okay, just do that step by step, following instructions.
Yeah.
And after you do that and you save, you're going to see, for this us, we call ours CHO Babies blog.
Yeah.
And I think we just did that. Yeah. So maybe we should create
Maybe we can create a new blog.
Okay, new blog. Okay, right. Okay.
Right. So this was fashion. So let's say singing or something.
Okay.
Let's just say singing, and we're going to create another address for that.
Okay.
So of course, going to be the name, going to be a unique name. So let's say Cho Sings.
Yeah.
.blogspot.com. So so make sure the blog says it's available.
Yeah.
That means you can use it.
Yeah, just for uniqueness.
So the next thing is a theme or a template of how the page will look like. So all these things right now, Cho doesn't have to wait, spend so much time thinking about how this is going to look like.
Yeah.
There are already sample designs out there that she could just adopt and use.
Okay.
So she picks one, let's say Ethereal, yes,
okay.
and then she clicks on create blogger.
Okay.
So what's going to happen now is the blogger is going to be created.
Real time?
Wow. So it's going to be created, and now you can see here she has singing.
Okay.
Right, so you can see she has singing, and one of the things you can start right away is by actually creating a new post. So you have a blog and then you can actually create posts in the blog.
Okay.
Right? So click on the new post and a text editor is going to come up for editing blog and adding stuff to it and so on. So maybe for starters, the title will be, Cho creates a blog, something like that. So maybe just to fill it with some dummy content. This is the posts. You can add, you can format it as you would any other format, any other document. So let's say this is going to be, pink. Since today we seem to have a lot of pink. Right. So the font size could be large. The font style maybe Georgia.
Okay.
Stuff you can just edit.
Do your stuff, upload videos, upload images. Okay.
All right. So as soon as Cho finishes, all she needs to do is to publish right away, or she could save it as a draft document. Let's say she's still trying to work on the post. She doesn't want to quickly just post it out there, so she can just publish it. And right now, it will show her the post.
Like, is it live now?
Yeah, so it should be live right now.
Wow.
Right, so it should be live. So
you mean everybody can see it on the internet?
Yeah, so everybody can see it. So right now you can see now chosings.blogspot.com on the March 2015, and you can see the title of the blog.
Okay.
And you can see right now, Cho has all the social media integration.
Wow, all this comes with the package.
Yeah, so all this comes with the package, allows for comments from other people. You can see description and so on. So that's how easy it is for Cho to actually come up to speed with creating a blog and actually populating with a post for the first time.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So this would be, we're hoping this would be a tool that most of you academic people will use to showcase your talent, your research areas, your interest. The idea is somebody out there is also looking for somebody that is into a particular area or field. So this would be a very good tool to showcase, all those. All right, so I think we're supposed to actually talk about maps, but maps is going to be
What we'll leave for the next episode.
Yeah, so we're going to leave maps for
because we really
next episode.
want to be sure people are really viewing this.
Yeah. So maps for now. We're going to show you how maps is being used for in one of our detailed episodes. So we're going to have an episode for maps.
Okay.
So right now, just bear with us. We've run out of time for a while now. So, but we just want you to. We hope we've really touched some of the tools that will be very handy for you out here.
Okay. And for those, some of you wondering, like, okay, maybe you might thinking how slow we might go. We're really going farther. We're going to be showing you stuff about even Android Auto.
Yeah.
As maps works with new cars coming up, TVs, all this Android wares. So we really coming. We're just taking our time one at a time. Okay. Right. So this is CHO actually. Now CHO is finishing strong. Yeah. CHO is now happy with our workflow and feels like she is on top of the world.
I mean,
with Google tools at her fingertips. Right.
This is a very familiar feeling, don't you think?
Wow, I think if you're getting all this thing for free, awesomely speaking, this kind of expression shows up. Even though you had a bad day, you didn't sleep well, obviously it's free. People like free things. I don't know why. Anyway,
who doesn't like free stuff?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, but I mean, it goes without saying, right? That if you stop learning, you stop creating history, or you become history.
And this is so true. So if you're really watching this, if you're learning something new, it shows you're learning. So you're part of those changing games. Yeah. And then you also know that you were actually created for a reason, to create your own mark. Just do something fun, something you love to do. And we really want to thank you for listening. Hope we didn't take so much of your time and so on. And we would really like to also ask questions. I think this will be on the video. We want you to could send us email.
Send us an email or post a comment down somewhere on the video.
On the YouTube page,
on the YouTube page, or you could just send us an email like we said initially in our introduction here. And hopefully we will get back to you. Obviously, that's how it works.
We will really appreciate you.
We just want to see how many people really like the idea behind this way of kind of
delivering learning, story driven and all that. Yes,
and creating a character. Demystifying things that might sound so complex.
Yes, how can we make it very easy for people? We're trying to actually deliver learning in the most simplest way. I think this is a good one.
All right, so Mfawa, Alfred, and then once again, and
I remain Aderogba Otunla.
All right,
thanks for watching and listening,
and we'll see you next time.
You're welcome.